because that is the market value. And if possible, you try to get a firm offer. So it's not complicated. It's not rocket science. Believe it or not, even in this slow market, multiple offers are still going on. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you two problems that every single buyer faces when they get into a multiple offer situation. So let's start off with the problem number one. First, biggest complaint that buyers have is the blind bidding. You have no idea what you're competing against. If there are 5 other offers on the place, you have no idea that what the prices are, what the closing dates are, what conditions there are, nothing at all. All you ever know is that you're competing against 5 other offers. And when the seller's agent comes back to everybody and says, hey guys, everybody's kind of close, you guys all have to improve your offer, you have no idea if he's telling the truth or not, or just trying to get a higher price for the home seller. So you have no idea whether you should bump up your offer by $2,000 or $80,000. Second biggest problem that every single buyer faces is the possibility of having to go in with a firm offer. Now, I'm not saying do this. That's why I put this in big letters. So please do not say Vic told me to go in firm on this house. I'm not saying do that. But if you are involved in a multiple offer situation and there are 10 offers on the place, I can almost guarantee you at least 4 or 5 of them are going to say, you know what, I'll take my chances. I don't need to do a home inspection. Maybe even if there's something wrong with the house, I can budget $40,000, $50,000 for repairs. I'll go in firm because I need this house. So you are competing with people who are willing to go in without a financing condition and without a home inspection on a house that might be 40, 50 years old. Now, how do you compete with that? You can only compete with them if you also go in firm, or if you want to have your conditions included. Chances are you're going to end up overpaying even more than you would have otherwise. So if somebody might be paying $1.2 million on a house, obviously you don't know that. You don't know what they're paying. But you're probably going to have to pay like 1.25 or something like that in order for the seller to consider a conditional offer. Obviously, sellers want a firm offer because they're like, you know what, I don't know what's going to come up in the home inspection, and I don't want this buyer to back out in 4 or 5 days because then I lose all these other offers. So I want to sell tonight. I want to sell firm. So I get their point of view, but it just sucks that if you're a buyer, this is becoming the norm, having to go in firm on an offer. Now, why am I talking about this? The market is slow, so why am I talking about multiple offers? The market is extremely slow. If you compare what was happening in the month of May to now, the home sales are down about 40 to 50% depending on your neighborhood, and prices are also down. But the reason I'm talking about this, that even in a slow market, even when the market is going downhill, there are a whole bunch of homes selling above asking price, and I'm going to cover why that's happening in just a second. But look at this. In August, which was a slow month, Durham region, half the homes were selling above asking, and everywhere else is right around 30 to 35%. Now, how is this happening if the market is slow? It is not complicated. I will go through this very quickly. Market value of a house is $1.2 million. House gets listed at $999. No offers until such and such date. On Friday rolls around, you receive 5 offers on the place. In the springtime, you would have probably received 30 to 40 offers. But in a slow market, you still receive 5 offers because the price is extremely low compared to where it should be. And you try to sell over $1.2 million because that is the market value. And if possible, you try to get a firm offer. So it's not complicated. It's not rocket science. But that is the basic process of how multiple offers take place. Now, why? Why is this happening? Unfortunately or fortunately, just depending on if you're a buyer or a seller, this is the norm of the market right now. This is the way homes are being sold. Not every home, obviously, like I told you, like 30 to 40%, which means the other 60 to 70% are not being sold in this strategy. So the numbers have come down. I don't want you to get totally discouraged. But the sellers prefer this because it often leads to a quick sale, and there is always a chance of a firm offer. So the seller doesn't have to worry that the buyer might not get financing and the deal falls through in 5 days, or they might want to do a home inspection and they find something they don't like and then they want to back out of the deal. And why do agents love multiple offers? Now, I might get some backlash on this because agents don't like to admit it, but they also love it because it leads to a quicker sale. Now, is there any hope? Like, can we look forward to anything if you are a buyer? There are some new changes coming in 2023 that are going to be allowing sellers, if they choose to, let's say the seller gets 5 offers on the place. If the seller chooses, he can tell his agent saying that, okay, you know what, I want you to disclose the contents of the offers to every single party. Now, the most basic question, the most common sense question anybody would ask is, why would any seller want to do that? Why would any seller not just prefer the blind bidding route when they can get a lot more money that way? Why would a seller say, yeah, you know what, today I feel like being fair. Let's be fair and let everybody know what the prices are so they can go up like $2,000 up at a time, $5,000 up at a time. No seller will want to do that. Unfortunately, we live in a world where money talks, and sellers are going to look out for themselves. So they have left it up to the sellers to decide if the contents of the offer should be disclosed or not, which means that they will not do that, which means nothing will ever change. So the only way this thing gets solved is if you get a whole bunch of supply where the houses just aren't selling, and then a lot of people stop doing this strategy. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. Supply is going up, active listings are going up, and the market has slowed down a lot. But as I showed you before, the stats show that multiple offers are still happening just because this is becoming the norm. This is the way business is conducted. Not all the time, but sometimes. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know, what do you think about this whole thing about multiple offers. If you need help buying or selling, you can contact me here, and I'll see you later. Thanks. Bye.